Oh, are you working with a realtor? Oh, are you pre-approved? What's your budget?
Sometimes I'll lie and say that I work for IKEA.
They're asking the questions that you'd ask maybe on the second or third date.
That also builds trust.
Yeah, I don't want to work with you anymore. It happens.
You can have all of the marketing, you can have the great website, everything, but if you forget about the person, the human who's standing in front of you, you've missed the whole point.
What are some daily habits that kind of help to bring the energy, to keep it flowing?
Well, that's $1 million question.
The Red Chair Podcast. Real truth behind real people in real estate.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us again today here at the Red Chair Podcast. My name is April. I'm so glad you've chosen to join us today. Is it your first time with us, or are you a repeat offender? We're so glad that you're here. You can click on the bell and subscribe to get notifications for upcoming podcasts. We're also on Spotify. Maybe you're listening to us on Spotify, and we are so glad that you're with us there. We love to give you content that is relevant to the consumer and the agent alike. And so if you are a consumer or an agent, stay with us. Whatever conversation that we're having is going to be a good one. And for the consumer, it allows you to kind of peek through the lens of what it looks like to be a real estate agent and the trials and triumphs. But also, if you're an agent, maybe this will be really helpful for you if you're trying to build your business as a new agent, or maybe you've hit a bit of a wall and you want to, bring new things into your practice. So maybe that's for you today. We are so glad you've joined us. Our conversation today is on building a business, on relationships and energy. And I have a decent amount of energy. I would like to think that I am generally, a positive, upbeat person that's always looking for a good party. But my co-anchor today in the red chair is the epitome of energy and fun. Oh. And so no pressure. You're going to be great.
None felt.
But welcome Chrissy Kess to the Red Chair Podcast today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so great to be here.
So happy to have you here. You're looking slay, as the young folks say.
Listen, I even curled my hair for today.
Love it.
I don't think it's stuck though, but we'll see how
it's working.
Yeah. Thank you.
So outside of all of that,
tell
us how long you've been in real estate. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I've been in real estate for almost 10 years now, and I started behind the scenes. I started as an assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, to some of Victoria's most successful agents. Mm-hmm. So I really learned this business from the inside out, the ground up, all the things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fabulous. This is going to be my 6th year with a license now.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yes.
Great. So you have some stories. You've got some stuff under your belt.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only takes a couple of years to see a lot, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you jump into an assistant role with agents who are producing over 100 transactions a year,
right.
You see a lot fast.
You see a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So in a business often defined by numbers, listings, and deals, what if the real magic comes from putting people before properties? I love my little, intro here. So today we're diving into how relationships and personal energy, not just sales tactics, all those little things, personal energy can be the foundation of a thriving real estate business. So really, I think this is probably more an agent-centric kind of episode.
Yeah.
But I would hope that the consumer would stick with us just to see behind the curtain. Let's let the wizard show a little.
Yeah. And
then they can get an understanding about what makes us tick and why we act the way that we do and why we work so hard for them. That's a big piece of it too. So my first question to you, we're kind of talking about the human side of real estate. So the first question I'd ask of you is, how has focusing on people shaped your success?
Well, I have learned about real estate, like I said before, a foundation of, systems, procedures, business plans. And at the center of that all is the human connection. Yeah. It's the people. And for me, when I got my license, it was so important for me that my clients knew that I was 100% there in their corner without any sort of pressure about, the process or the end result.
Right.
So for me, the people is the center of real estate, the human connection.
Yeah, that's so good. And I think, with that human connection, what would you say is like one of the key things that person's looking for in that connection? Like that's going to set you apart from others?
Yeah, I think trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately. And, when you sit down with somebody and you're talking with them and you're starting to understand how you can help them or even just, understand them, that builds trust immediately. Yeah. And when you're genuinely interested in somebody's success, journey, that also builds trust. Yeah. For me, I love people. I love supporting people. My knowledge base in real estate is kind of, the cherry to what my true passion is, which is supporting people making the biggest decision of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is, right? It's a huge investment. It takes all of their money, all of their time. They have to make sure they make the right choice and not just necessarily, like what you think is the best choice for them because you're wanting to get paid, right? It's more about like the full journey with them and making sure they get the right place so that, hopefully they don't have to do it too many other times.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the way that you do that is by building that connection.
Yeah.
You ask all the questions. You create that safe environment so that your role becomes an advisor, obviously.
Right.
But by discovering more about your clients, you can help them make those decisions for themselves, or maybe they're not sure. That's a gray area. I never thought of that. And I love that part. Getting to know people is my favorite part of the business. Yeah.
Mine too.
I love it.
I also love giving them the keys on that day.
Oh.
It's like, here's you just feel like I don't know, I feel like Bob Barker on The Price is Right.
Totally.
It's like, here's your keys with a big bow, and it's such a great thing, right? So as you're building that human connection in the beginning, what are some of the things, like how are you establishing that? Like you're obviously, you're asking questions. Let's say it's a new person, like a new client that you've not met before. How are you building that framework right from the beginning so that they don't feel like it's salesy or like you're, desperate for the business, but you're getting the answers that you need at the same time?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm a human in this world, and I can tell you that the one thing I dislike the most is being sold something.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to feel like my business or my time is going to be a paycheck for somebody at the end of the day.
Right.
So I am very cognizant as I go into these conversations with people that I am merely just a vehicle for answers, for asking questions. And I think I do have a framework of questions. Obviously, we want to know, the standard, you buying, you selling, all the things.
Yeah.
But it's intuitive.
Right.
Like, somebody might not feel comfortable answering some questions, and you have to acknowledge that in the conversation and find a different way to maybe get what you need out of it, or take it slower or whatever. So a lot of those conversations end up being, like going with the flow.
Yeah.
It's there's no framework for it.
Right.
It's about picking up on those cues and reading body language and understanding that some people move faster, and you have to decide that and articulate that for yourself in that moment,
right,
in that first meeting.
Yeah.
What pace are we going to take here? What are they willing to say? Yeah. And I think that approach allows people to feel more comfortable.
Right. Right. Yeah, you'll get the answers that you need. They will come. But the worst, I think, is when you walk into an open house or something as a buyer and the agents say, "Oh, are you working with a realtor? Oh, are you pre-approved? What's your budget?" Like they're asking the questions that you'd ask maybe on the second or third date. Not the first date questions.
Yeah, it's a little heavy for the first date.
The first date questions are like, "Hey, what brings you in today?" Don't push it, right? Like just, you'll get the answers you need as it comes. You'll find all of those things out as you just have an organic conversation, right?
Organic conversations are worth their weight in gold.
Oh,
and
can we put that on a plaque, please?
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
Because so much of what we learn in real estate is Always be closing,
Yeah.
asking those questions. You don't want to waste your time working with somebody who's already working with somebody.
Yeah.
All of this kind of qualifying
Yeah.
components. And there's a place for that for sure.
Yeah, and all of those things are true. Like, I mean, we have, guidelines that we follow as licensed agents to ensure that we are not stepping on another agent's toes that might be their client.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be working with integrity.
Of course.
And making sure that those questions are answered at some point, but it doesn't have to be right away.
No.
You don't have to be thinking about like, oh, is this a paycheck or not from the very start, right?
Wow.
It's just, and it's unfortunate, but a lot of people do work that way.
You see it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's refreshing when you see somebody who's just genuinely there
Yeah.
to show up and be an advice person.
Yeah.
Or just a friend.
Yeah.
I love my friends in real estate.
Yeah.
We need them.
Yeah. Totally. It can be a very isolating
Oh, it's the
business
worst
for sure.
sometimes.
Yeah. Love it. So that's the human side. So
Yeah.
energy wise, and this is a big piece. I think, as an agent, a lot of times, like I just said, we're very isolated. We're kind of working for ourselves. Nobody's really, I think if you pick the right brokerage, hint, hint, and you've got a support system of people around you that understand what you're going through, that's very important. But at the end of the day, you can get low because, maybe a couple of your deals have fallen apart, or you've had a client that said, I don't want to work with you anymore. It happens. Or you've got a really overbearing client, or, there are things, right, that come up that suck our energy from us. And so what are some daily habits that kind of help to bring the energy to keep it flowing in the business?
Well, that's $1 million question.
I know, because if you figure that one out, I'd like to bottle it.
Yeah.
And you and I can be millionaires.
Well, I kind of have.
Oh, okay.
But only through immense trial and error.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, boundaries.
Ah, yes.
And I have a lot of trouble with boundaries, I won't lie, and I always have. I am at fault for just showing up until I am ragged
Right.
and exhausted. I mean, maybe it's my superpower, but also I think it's my hindrance. So for me, boundaries, blocking off the time I need to be fully present for myself, my family, my friends. There was a time in real estate where it seeped into every aspect
Yeah.
of my life. And I would answer the phone morning, noon, and night, and I would go to work morning, noon, and night. And that's just not sustainable. So for me, boundaries. You say, no, I can't do that, or you don't even have to say no. You just suggest the different time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't ever have to say no to somebody. Yeah. You can always just be like, how about this time?
Yeah.
I live off of coffee.
Yes, me too.
I'm a busy mom too, so coffee is a part of my life. And I've learned how to take care of myself in other ways.
Yeah.
Quiet time.
Yeah.
True quiet time.
Yeah.
Because real estate can seep into every aspect of your life, and you really do need to separate those things. Yeah.
One of the things in one of our previous podcasts, we did a session with two of our agents in regards specifically to women in real estate. And that is one worth checking. If you're a woman catching this podcast, go and watch that one. It was powerful. But one of the things we talked about was in terms of boundaries, a lot of times when we are asked, hey, can we go show this? Can you show me this house at 7:00? Our first response is, well, maybe we're going to try to shuffle things around to do it. But if we are trying to establish boundaries, we'll say, oh, well, I can't tonight at 7. I have to take my kids to this event and da-da-da-da-da, but I can do tomorrow. And the powerful thing that we can change right there is just say, I'm sorry, tonight doesn't work, but I've got the same time frame tomorrow night. Will that suit, or will Friday suit instead? And not have to delve into the reason why we can't.
Yeah, we don't owe
We
anybody
don't-
an
yeah,
explanation.
We really don't owe
No.
anybody that explanation. And so it's not a matter of being rude, but it is such a powerful piece in the boundaries part of your process. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't have to actually explain what I'm doing.
And I also get ahead of it in the beginning of the relationship, especially with buyers. We need some notice, like
Yeah.
not just me, sellers, sellers agents who need to be on site to show property. It's not just about dropping everything and 4 hours later we're opening a door.
Yeah.
This isn't 2019, 2020 all over again.
Thankfully.
I mean, when we were doing that, things were different, but it is a different market now, and we have a little bit more time. And I like to preface showings with, you know what, we're going to need at least a couple of days to get that all organized, especially if we're viewing stuff that might be tenanted or whatever. So I think there's always an opportunity to set an expectation about how you will operate your business. And if time is of the essence and we are on a crunch and we got things to do, and then yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm prepared
Yes.
to make last minute showing adjustments and things.
Yeah, and those things are being established in those
That's
first
right.
human connections, right?
That's right.
Those first conversations that we're having, you're going to know right away, actually, these people are pressed for time. We've got to move quickly. And then you're prepared for that.
That's
You
right.
know that your boundaries are going to be different for that one than someone who says, well, I've got 6 months to a year. I don't, I'm going to take it slow.
Yeah.
That's a different set of boundaries, right? Yeah.
God, I love we got to buy in 2 weeks. Let's go.
Oh, they are fun. They are fun. I will say that.
I miss those a little bit. I haven't had one of those in a while.
I know. Yeah.
Everything's a little more manageable.
It's a little more balanced right now. Yeah, yeah. We're, if, for the sake of a timestamp, we're, filming this in fall of 2025.
Yes.
We're in a more balanced market right now.
Certainly.
So we're not quite as, running hectic
We're not
as
hectic.
we once did. But also, realizing that in those downtimes, that's a time for us to make those human connections as well.
That's right.
And make sure we're nurturing our clients too, right? And making sure they're good. They might not be selling, but check in, see how they're doing. Go have a coffee.
I had a client, she checked in with me about a couple of years ago. She asked me, I'm thinking about selling, and I said, okay, great. Well, let's get together. Let's have a glass of wine. Let's have a coffee, whatever. And so we did. We got together, and she'd done some renovations and done some things. And she's like, what do you think? And we talked price, and we talked about the market. And she just wasn't sure. And I could sense that she wasn't sure. And I also could sense that she wasn't ready to make that decision. She was looking for information.
Right.
Right? And I am more than happy to give whatever information.
Yeah.
Anytime. Call me. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll make you sign a dort first, but I'll give it to you. Right? And I think it took her about 2 years.
Wow.
To come around to the point where she was like, yep. And after it was all said and done and, sold sign had come down and we were all shaking out, the details and reviewing what had gone on, building a plan for the next step, she said, you know what I really appreciated about you was that I didn't feel pressured. And she said, so many, they get hungry for it, right? And I said, well, that's not my business.
Yeah.
My business here is to support you. And that is whatever it looks like. So whether we wait 2 years, 5 years, whatever, I'm here for you. I'm in your corner. You call me anytime.
So good.
It's just, it feels good to be that kind of agent.
Yeah.
It's the way I like to show up.
Love it.
And it keeps my energy level too, if we
It
want to talk
does.
about energy.
Yeah.
I'm not running a marathon here. I got a slow and steady race. I'm here to support people who want to work with me.
Yeah.
And then they get to work with me and I'm fun. We have dance parties in the living room. We make offside comments, it's fun, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we're not having fun, what are we doing?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And having that fun just builds that energy. And, so what I'm hearing is in terms of the energy, it's really about boundaries, but it's also about having some form of schedule as well, like kind of sticking to, because again, in this business, it's easy for us to sort of I don't know how many agents I, talk to, they're like, I haven't seen you for a while. What's going on? Oh, I'm scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling, or like they're, watching other agents be successful and feeling badly about themselves.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
First of all, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
First of all, doom scroll if you want to, but don't compare yourself to what you're seeing, because the internet isn't real.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
It's true. And I've heard this new term nowadays too called bed rotting. And it's like basically like you're in your bed, you're scrolling through your phone, you're not getting anything accomplished.
No.
Turn off your devices, engage, connect with your family, connect with your friends, your past clients. This is the time to do it, right? And I think maybe to a certain extent we're coming back to more of those personal connections.
Oh, well, I think we have to.
We have to.
COVID changed things for us a lot. I don't want to talk about COVID too much, but I know it did pivot in a lot of ways for all of us, for our kids, for us, for our business and everything. And as a girl who lives in Victoria, who grew up in Victoria, who loves Victoria, I've seen the impact on our downtown core, in our relationships, and I am desperate for more one-on-one time.
Yeah.
I want to see you. I want to go to the new place downtown. I want to go for a walk here, and I think coming back to that face-to-face, human connection. How are you? How are you really?
Yeah.
Tell me how you really are.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's crazy right now and you're about ready to internally combust? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And we need more of that connection.
Yes.
And I'm not a big email girl. I just got a website 2 years ago. Like, I've somehow managed to create a real estate business by, I don't know.
Connecting with people. Yeah. And that's at the heart of this business for sure.
It absolutely is.
And these things that we're talking about, these lessons that we're kind of, forging through here, this can be said of anybody who's watching this, whether you're an agent or a consumer. I think, we're talking specifically about the business, but just in life in general. Recently, I've been thinking about a number of people just in my friend circle that I want to get together with and have coffee. And it's like when I think, but at the end of the day, when I'm tired and I'm like, I don't actually, I can't even text them. I'm done.
Yeah.
But being more intentional and saying like, no, I actually have to make this a point now. I've got to reach out to these people, and you know who you are. I will reach out to you soon, and we'll have coffee. But like, it's important, whether it's for the business or just for your life, just to connect with the people in your life on a more consistent basis.
And that's something I think is really important.
Yeah.
Is that real estate is about people.
Yeah.
And it's about the people that you meet. Mm-hmm. End of story. Like, if you were helping people in any area, the people you meet will be the people you bring in. So it makes so much sense to just take away the pressure of like putting people in your funnel or getting them on your newsletter list or whatever it is you're trying to do by getting names.
Yeah.
If you take that part out and you show up, you're going to meet people.
Yeah.
Meet people at the coffee shop. I can't tell you how many times I've met somebody at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I've given them my card and we've gone for coffee. Like, it's random, it's weird, and I don't know if everybody has that sense of how to do it without it feeling weird.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just genuinely interested. Yeah. I'm curious. I want to know, what are you about? Yeah. And those conversations come into my sphere, and I'm happy to have them, right?
Yeah.
And I think the more people you reach out to, the more times you make to sit down with old friends, new friends, coffee, right? Even just a text message.
Totally.
A joke, a meme. Like, those are all the foundation for building relationships, which is the core of this business.
100%.
Yeah, but it's also the core of what we're doing here on Earth.
Yeah.
And that's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because, that's what I'm really here for. Like, I am in the real estate business, and I love being in the real estate business. But if I was, if it didn't have anything to do with people, I would be lost.
Yeah.
I need the connection, and we all need that connection.
100%.
We're in a time in the world where it's even more important that we reach out
than ever before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That we say, I hear you.
Yeah.
And that I'm here for you.
You're seen. Yeah.
And I'll quarterback whatever you need.
So good. So good. So yeah, so I think, finding that energy to do that, sometimes it can be difficult, but, setting a schedule for yourself, having those boundaries in place, just pushing yourself that extra little bit to just reach out and connect with people. Some people might say, well, I'll wait for them to reach out to me. You will be waiting forever. Like people just generally are not going to reach out to you necessarily.
No.
And so you have to be the one to take the first step and do it.
You do.
Yeah.
And you don't have to make it weird either.
No.
You can be as genuine as a human as you can be and make that connection.
And I think if you have your eyes open and your ears open, you will find those connections wherever you go. I have the best story from this weekend. I'm standing in the dollar store and I've got to get a gift for my daughter because she's going to this thing. And of course I got the, message at the last minute, Mom, I need to get this thing. And
Classic.
dollar store, get a bag and tissue, and I'm standing there in this wall of bags in front of me, and this girl walks up beside me, and she's got her headset on, and we're both looking for bags, and she just starts singing, and she's jamming, right? She's got all the energy. She's jamming along to this song. She's singing.
She sounds like my people.
And I'm totally, me too. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, I'm not singing. I'm not. And anyway, I knew the song, so I started singing along with her. And she looks at me, and I look at her, and we start jamming, and we're singing. We are singing the song. We are jamming. I can't hear it. She can. But the smile that came across her face and the lift in the energy was immediate.
Yeah.
And it was just because I looked at her, I saw her jamming, I wanted her vibe, and I knew the song, and we just had this moment. And it was like a 5-second thing. Grabbed my bag, my tissue, back to my crazy life. But for a second, we had this amazing human connection.
Love.
Isn't that amazing?
No, I love that.
So it's there. It's always there.
It's always there. It's everywhere you go, and it's wherever you choose to look for it.
Yeah.
And it's magical, truthfully.
Yeah.
Like,
See, we're not even talking about real estate anymore. We're
Well-
just talking about people.
people.
So
and
good.
People are important.
They really are.
And in real estate, truth is, real estate isn't actually about homes.
No.
It's about humans.
Yeah.
And if you can have all the systems, you can have all of the marketing, you can have the great website, everything. But if you forget about the person, the human who's
Yeah.
standing in front of you, you've missed the whole point.
Yeah. I feel like at the end of this, when it all goes up and goes live, I'm going to replay this a few times, and I'm going to find all these great quotes. And we're going to put them on plaques because what you're saying is just gold today. It's just so good.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank
amazing.
you. It's coming from the heart.
I love it. So, we talk about building that long-term loyalty, that legacy that, we want to have future business with these people.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about referrals. It's not a great, buzzword. But just sort of thinking like about one thing that maybe an agent can do that helps. And I mean, we've talked about many things, but just maybe one simple first step that an agent could do to stay connected, to have that long-term loyalty without it sounding salesy or yucky.
That's okay, here's what I'm going to say to that. Okay. People, and I'll quote Maya Angelou here.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
People don't remember what you did. They remember how you made them feel.
Oh.
So here's the thing. You can set yourself reminders. You can touch in. You can send a fall into the market newsletter, drip campaign. You can do all those things.
You can use your CRM.
You can use your CRM. And you can use all the things we've been taught about how to make sure that we're getting in front of our people and that they don't forget about us. But I want to impart on people that people won't forget about you if you have left a lasting impression on them. And how that looks in that immediate relationship can be different for everybody. We all have our own ability to connect and meet minds with people. But I think that that's the thing you got to focus on.
Yeah.
Because we can all plug in things into a database, and we can all send a newsletter.
Yeah.
We can all make a video. Like, we all know that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want to be top of mind because of how you made them feel.
Right.
People want to feel heard. They want to feel like they are safe and that they have the ability to trust you.
Yeah.
And all the newsletters and emails and text messages and pumpkin spice recipe cards are not necessarily going to do that if
Right.
you haven't made that impact
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say, I think for, any new agent that's watching, if you don't have that base yet, you haven't figured out who your tribe is, or,
Yeah.
like who am I know 10 people. Like, what am I going to do with this? I think what we talked about earlier about just sitting in a coffee shop and, most of the coffee shops, the seating is close. And so inevitably someone's going to sit down and there's going to be something interesting about the person beside you. Like maybe they have a cool jacket or, I don't know, whatever. And all you have to say is like two things, like, oh, I like your sweater. Oh, thanks. I got it such and such. And then it just sort of creates this, hey, I'm just sitting here because I'm a new agent and I'm just looking for, people to talk to, get used to having conversations with people. Can I buy you a coffee? Sure.
Yeah.
And then thus it goes, right? Like it's really as simple as that. So I would say, like, for anybody, no matter what stage that you're in,
Just say hello.
just say hello.
Just say hello.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Like a simple hello is game changing,
Totally.
right?
But also don't be afraid to sing looking at the bag wall at the dollar store.
No, also don't be afraid to be silly.
Put yourself out there.
Because silly, I'm silly.
Yeah.
I do silly things. And I attract silly people.
Yeah.
But those people get me. And I get them.
Yeah. A lot of times we have coaching and we have, systems in place. Those are all very important things.
Yes.
And I'm not against that.
No.
Because we've talked about that a little bit. There are CRMs or drip campaigns and all these things. Those are all very important things. The pumpkin spice recipes, I will take them all. But just the simple everyday stuff that we can be doing is actually very simple and very inexpensive.
Yes.
It's just saying hello. Right?
Well, I walk with my dogs in my community.
Yeah.
And I'm just that ridiculous person that says hello to everybody. Some people look at me like, don't talk to me. And other people are like, hey. And I often say in the back of my head, although I haven't yet, like I should have a shirt that says, ask me anything, like I'm a realtor or whatever. I think it's a little over the top. But it speaks to that ability that no matter where you are, you can have those conversations with people. You can be of service.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Ah, there it is.
Yes. Instead of being, all the marketing, all the things, be useful.
Ah.
Be useful to potential clients, to anybody. Anybody who says to you, how's the market? Okay, I want to be useful to you. Let's talk about how I can help you figure out how the market is.
Yeah.
Right? And it is such an important thing. We have knowledge. We have information that the general public mostly doesn't have access to.
Yeah.
So be useful.
Well, yeah, be useful. I love that. And also make sure you know what you're talking about. Like if you're going to go out there.
You can always say, I don't know the answer to that and come back.
Yeah.
But being useful can be.
Understanding your market's really important.
Really important. Don't get in over your head.
No.
But be of service.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most people won't be mad at you for saying, I don't know the exact answer to that, but I will find out.
Yeah.
And if you're not learning, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We always are learning, especially in this industry.
Yeah.
Things are changing constantly. So we're always pivoting and finding new ways and looking at new data and working with new systems so that we can best serve the community and the consumer.
As best we can, because, goodness gracious, like the market keeps changing and the legislation keeps changing and all, and that's why, just for the consumer that's listening to this, I think it's just so important for them to identify and realize that, having a real estate advisor is such a pivotal part of their real estate journey. You could do it alone, sure, but you are missing key pieces that could really, you could be spending more than you need to or leaving money on the table. And it's important to have an advisor there to help you through that process.
100%.
So that's my little plug for realtors.
Well, that's a great plug. And also, I think that if you haven't found a realtor, an advisor that you trust and feel comfortable with, keep looking.
Yeah.
Because, the three that your friends, your coworkers, whatever, referred you to, and none of them felt right. Well, there are 1,600 licensed realtors on the Victoria Real Estate Board.
Yeah.
So, keep calling.
Yeah.
And find one that fits with you.
Absolutely.
Everything's negotiable. Okay. You aren't stuck to a super square little program.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to hire somebody who will represent your best interests, that you feel that you trust and that you like.
Yeah.
That you would have at your dinner table.
Yeah.
And that's my hope for my clients, is that, we build a relationship around this transaction. And that brings us through to a legacy of business that keeps coming back, right? Yeah.
Amazing.
It's great.
That's so good. Okay, so I've got some quick fire questions for you. I'm going to throw them at you, and you're going to come at me with your responses here. So number one would be one word that defines a people first business.
Trust.
I love it. And we've talked about trust quite
Lots.
a bit. Trust for sure. Love it. What's one client experience that left you inspired?
Oh, I had a single mama. We met on a soccer field at our kids' soccer, and she had worked so hard to save some money, and her ability to persevere through adversity just had me in awe of her. And when I handed over the keys and her and her child got in, I felt like I couldn't help but just cry tears of joy. It was so beautiful to see. And it reminded me that, I was part of her and her child setting up shop, a safe place to call home. And that is really the heart of my real estate business. Every heart has a home and every family has a story. And I'm here to match those things and to help people get to that next step. And for me, that was it. And there's plenty more like that. I've worked with a lot of different types of families and a lot of different ways to get people into secure housing by purchasing homes. It's a shame we have such unattainable housing.
I know.
But for those people who can get it done, it's a beautiful thing to see how easy, how their heart relaxes when they can finally sit down in their own living room and know that they're safe and they're home.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll share a story too, because I love the stories part of real estate. It's so it's really what makes us tick. I think I had a client previously they had 5 people in their family, 2 teenage boys, a young daughter, the 2 of them, and they were living in a 2-bedroom apartment. And we looked for quite a long time before they found the right property. And when I talk about handing the keys. When I handed the keys, there were tears in my eyes. There were tears in their eyes, just to find a home where every child had their own bedroom, and they had a dedicated space for their toys and a dedicated space where they could sit at the table and eat. And what I loved the most, I mean, that was wonderful, but the community that they lived in was also the community that I lived in. And so we had an opportunity to go around to the neighbors and say, they're coming in, they have very little. Oh, well, I've got a couch and I've got a table and I've got this, I've got that. And they ended up with all these extra pieces of furniture just delivered to their house on the day that they moved in.
Beautiful.
And I mean, they were just overjoyed, extremely exhausted, because moving is brutal.
Oh, it's the worst day ever.
But, they had all of these extra blessings. And, it just does the heart good, right? It's just amazing.
And it is, again,
Yeah.
the people over properties.
Yeah. And
right?
it keeps you going. It makes you want to do it again and
Of
again
course.
and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can help change one family's life, one person's life, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. If real estate was a dance,
Oh, boy.
what would it be?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's the tango.
Ah, okay.
It's intense.
It is intense.
It's personal. It's choreographed. And there's a lot of fancy footwork behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And it is. And I am so not choreographed. I trip over speed bumps. But I was recently in Nashville and we did the Boot Scoot and Boogie.
Fantastic.
I don't know if we can say that without copyright infringement. Who cares? But that was
Well,
a lot
maybe
of
Randy
steps.
Jackson will come in and sit down with us and we can use it.
Although I don't think it was him that, was it him? I don't know.
Randy
It doesn't matter.
Jackson, I'm
I
pretty
thought it
sure he
was-
had the boot scoot and
Anyway.
boogie. Anyway,
I just remember we did it and I remember
we love you,
thinking-
Randy
Yeah.
Jackson.
And I remember thinking there are so many steps here, and I think it's like a line dance. There's a lot of kicking, a lot of moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pivoting,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yes, a lot of-
yee-hawing.
Yes.
Listen, sidebar, I think that we should have a line dance night because I saw the videos of you guys in Nashville and I felt super left out.
Did you have FOMO?
I had
Or-
FOMO to
Yeah.
the umpteenth degree, and you can
Yeah.
ask any of my best friends and family. I am desperate for a night of grapevine shuffle. Okay,
Well, we'll make this happen.
Okay.
I mean, we'll I've made a note now. So.
made a note. Loop me back in. We're
Amazing.
going dancing.
See, and this is how we keep the energy up too. I mean,
Oh.
we keep that is a key piece to this as well. I guess I will say, for the sake of whoever's listening, consumer or agent,
Mm-hmm.
a part of our business is the collaboration and the camaraderie that we have with other agents. And so we have some fun, and it's nice to have fun with other agents because nobody knows the business like another agent and what we're going through, right?
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of fun things that we get to do together. Nashville was our sales conference, so that was, we have 20,000 agents across Canada with Royal LePage.
That's crazy.
It's huge.
Yeah.
A huge network of people. 20,000 weren't there, but 700 or 800 of my closest friends were there, and here we are on the dance floor, and it was great. And it's a great opportunity to hear from other agents too about their markets and what they're going through.
The conferences are really great.
Yeah. So I say that so that people know that agents, we work so hard, but we play hard too. And, I think that's part of where we get our energy from to keep going. And a lot of times too, we're collaborative with other agents because maybe we don't quite have what that client needs, but we know someone within our network that does.
Oh, yeah.
And we can work together to find the right fit for that client. So there's so much of that type of work that goes on too.
The network is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Victoria real estate community is phenomenal.
Yes.
We have fantastic agents and collaborative agents, and I'm really proud of being an agent here in Victoria. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So final thoughts from you on, what it takes to, to help help to build a business based on relationships. Final thoughts.
Yeah. People before properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put the people first.
Yeah.
People are the center of what you're going to do. So if you can hone your people skills, if you can learn how to connect with people genuinely, if it's not your superpower, you're not born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Go figure it out.
Another copyright
I
infringement.
know. I'm a nightmare.
It's all good.
Figure it out. Take some courses. Talk to people. Find out how you can better create those really intentional relationships right out of the gate. And remove the salesy component from our industry.
Yes.
It's something that often overarches. I have a joke that I tell when I go to parties. Sometimes people ask me what I do for work, and depending on the party, sometimes I'll lie and say that I work for IKEA. And it's because when you're in a room, not everybody, when you say you're a real estate agent, people think you're going to swipe them or steal them from their agent, right? And I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a real estate agent. People will be like, oh, well, my cousin's sister-in-law is a real estate
back
agent.
off.
And it's like, oh. So now if I'm getting that vibe, I'm just like, yeah, I work for IKEA and it's really fun, and then somebody finally outs me. No, she's a top producer real estate agent. I'm like, shut up. You don't need to, whatever. But so I think that creating the human relationship is the foundation, and it's what takes that kind of pressure off of our industry. It's about people who are trained helping people.
Yeah.
And if we can continue that, and if we can put that before the homes, the everything, then I think we'll be able to make a difference. And making a difference in people's lives is truly what I'm here to do.
That is a beautiful way to end it. Chrissy, thank you so much for your time today. This has been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we just appreciate you taking time of your busy schedule to come in and sit with us today in the red chair. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you found some valuable tidbits today. Maybe you feel a little bit more energized. You're ready to go out there and be just a good people person. Go and reach out to someone today. I encourage you to have a coffee with someone. And if you want to have a coffee with Chrissy and talk to her about real estate or your next steps, her information is going to be found below this podcast alongside Spotify and YouTube. So her contact will be there. Reach out to her, go have a coffee with her, and she can talk to you about your next steps in real estate. Again, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe on our platforms and join us again for a future episode. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.